Australia has reached a new agreement to buy nuclear-powered submarines from the U.S. It's part of a security pact between the United States, Australia, and Britain. And China isn't pleased about it. Here are the details.
The leaders of the U.S., the UK, and Australia met in San Diego on Monday for talks on national security. The three countries formed a security pact known as AUKUS in 2021. Its goal is to counter the threat of the Chinese regime in the Indo-Pacific region.
Today, we're announcing the steps to carry out our first project under AUKUS, developing Australia's conventionally armed nuclear-powered submarine capacity.
Under the agreement, Australia is able to access U.S. nuclear-powered submarine technology. Nuclear submarines are stealthier and more capable than conventionally powered ones. Australia will buy up to 5 Virginia-class nuclear submarines from the U.S. They are worth around $3 billion each.
The AUKUS agreement we confirm here in San Diego represents the biggest single investment in Australia's defence capability in all of our history, strengthening Australia's national security and stability in our region.
The UK and Australia will also build new nuclear-powered submarines from a British design, with US technology and support. The first submarines are expected to be completed by the late 2030s. The submarines will carry conventional, non-nuclear weapons.
AUKUS has one overriding objective: to enhance the stability of the Indo-Pacific amid rapidly shifting global dynamics. In this first project is only beginning. More partnerships, more potential, more peace and security in the region lies ahead.
During the meeting, UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak also pledged to boost the domestic defence budget. He said the UK will, for the first time, move the baseline commitment from 2% of the GDP to 2.5% of the GDP. That means over $6 billion in the next 2 years. This is how Sunak assesses the threats that AUKUS faces.
But more broadly about China, I think it's just clear that it represents a systemic challenge to us and the world order. It's a country with fundamentally different values to ours, and its behaviour over the past few years has been concerning. More authoritarian at home, more assertive overseas.
The three leaders said in a joint statement that their countries have worked for decades to sustain peace, stability, and prosperity around the globe. And they say that Monday's deal will help them advance these goals.
The price tag on the submarines themselves is only the tip of the iceberg. The deal's funding goes far beyond that. It extends to building a submarine base and training skilled workers, including maintenance specialists. Total costs will soar as high as $250 billion over the next 3 decades. But the move still won bipartisan support in Australia. Opposition leader Peter Dutton said he would back the submarine deal come hell or high water. An expert compared the investment to paying an insurance premium.
Given the much more turbulent and disturbed and challenging geostrategic circumstances we face today, it's a hike in the insurance premium, if you like, for national security and the defence of Australia and its interests.
On the other hand, China said Tuesday that the US, UK, and Australia have gone further down a dangerous road.